The developing world is full of small business owners. They account for more than 70% of the employment in low-income countries. Expanding small businesses is the key to economic growth, like here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. But often, the access to finance is difficult for small and medium businesses. They are stuck in the gap between the big commercial banks and the microfinance institutions. The large financial institutions are reluctant to finance companies with little collateral, while the microfinance organizations only focus on small startups. The Small Business Banking Network, Sbbn, are bridging this gap.
The ultimate goal for the Sbbn is to create and help our partners create actually dramatic increases in the provision of small business financial services to the small enterprise sector.
And I think the networks they create, is very important, because when a risk manager from India talks to a risk manager from Ethiopia, they will realize that at least half, if not more, of the problems they have them in common.
Sbbn is the first global network that brings together banks, financial institutions, and microfinance organizations in emerging economies. The aim is to develop an understanding of the financial needs of SMEs. The network provides the opportunity to share information, exchange knowledge, and to connect. The Small Business Banking Network organizes roundtable sessions for CEOs and so-called peer learning forums for bank managers, where they can exchange experiences.
In today's forum, I came to realize that we also need to have a strategy to ensure that we are getting enough deposits, like we are selling also liability products to the SME, which is really, really important in order for you to grow strategically.
One of the tools used by the Sbbn to share knowledge is their internet platform. This is where bankers can get information online and share their ideas. The initiator of the Small Business Banking Network is CapitalPlus Exchange.
Our vision is really a world that's free of poverty. As I'm sure you know, over 2.5 billion people are living in poverty on less than $2 a day. I think in sub-Saharan Africa, I think it's about 100 million more people are living now in poverty than there were 10 years ago.
The Small Business Banking Network sees great opportunities for small businesses in emerging economies. The SMEs have the potential to reduce poverty in the long run.
I think the banks cannot afford to ignore the Sbbn. I think it's a great way for banks to be able to increase their capacity, their human resource capacity, their risk management capacity, their credit assessment capacity. And this is a wonderful tool for sharing that information across the banks.
It's exciting work, and I think it's important work. And I'm very, very glad that Sbbn is leading some of this on into the future.